Would you believe it if someone told you that love could be reborn, even after an accident where everything seemed lost? This is the story of Daniel and Aline, a couple whose fate was marked by a tragic event, but one that proved true love isn't about perfection, it's about presence. Get ready to experience one of the most emotional stories you've ever heard. You're about to witness a journey of resilience, pain, and above all, unconditional love. And if you think you've seen it all, just wait until you hear what happened at the most unexpected moment of their lives. Go ahead and hit that like button now, because what comes next will touch your heart. And if you believe love is stronger than any obstacle, this story will prove you're absolutely right. Daniel and Aline met back in college. He was studying civil engineering, and she was majoring in physical therapy. They started talking because of a group project, and quickly realized they had more in common than they thought: a love for nature, a passion for adventure, and a connection that felt like it had existed long before their first touch. After just a few months of dating, they were already planning to move in together. Their friends said it was like something out of a movie, and honestly, it really was. For 3 beautiful years, they shared unforgettable moments: trips, hikes, dreams being built. But then, on an ordinary weekend, life flipped everything upside down. On their way to a mountain inn, Daniel and Aline's car was hit by an out-of-control truck. The crash was devastating. Daniel walked away with a few bruises, but Aline was in critical condition. Hours of surgery, days in the ICU, weeks of uncertainty. And when she finally woke up, she couldn't move her legs. Aline had lost all movement from the waist down. So now, what would you do if you were in Daniel's shoes? Would you stay by the side of the person you love, even when everything has changed? Or would you let time and fear pull you apart? What Daniel chose to do next will shock you. And Aline's reaction will touch your soul. Brace yourself, because what comes next is one of the most powerful proofs that love truly conquers all. In the months after the accident, Aline fell into a deep depression. She refused visitors, cried quietly, and kept saying she didn't want to be a burden to anyone. She believed Daniel, still young and full of life, should move on, find someone normal. But every day, at 6 p.m. sharp, Daniel showed up at the hospital with a different flower and a new story to tell. And he'd say, "You're the love of my life. Nothing can ever change that." Even when she screamed, cried, and told him to leave, he stayed. He carried her in his arms the day she was discharged. He turned her room into a space full of hope. He learned how to help with her physical therapy exercises. He adapted their home. And the most beautiful part? He learned to love all over again, in a completely new way. That's when Aline realized, love isn't about what the other person can give. It's about what we're willing to go through together. The strength he gave her turned into motivation. Slowly, she began to accept herself again. She went back to school, started a physical therapy channel for people with disabilities, and became a national inspiration. 2 years after the accident, on Aline's birthday, Daniel planned a surprise that left everyone speechless. In a small ceremony at the very hospital where she had once fought for her life, he asked her to marry him. The same place that had seen so many tears now became a stage for hope. But the most incredible moment happened at the wedding, months later. While everyone was expecting the bride to come down the aisle in her wheelchair, Aline shocked everyone by standing. She had trained for months with a robotic exoskeleton. With help from her therapists and cutting-edge technology, she managed to walk a few steps toward Daniel. The whole room burst into tears. It was like witnessing a miracle. She wasn't walking alone, but she was walking with courage to say yes to the love of her life. Daniel and Aline's story teaches us that real love doesn't walk away, doesn't give up, and doesn't panic. It adapts, it grows stronger, and it finds new paths. Sometimes life forces us to change the plan, but not the feelings. Today, Aline and Daniel live happily together, continuing to inspire thousands of people with their message of love and resilience. They proved that when two people truly love each other, not even pain can tear them apart. Because real love doesn't need legs to walk, it flies. So now I ask you, would you have that kind of courage? Could you love someone beyond appearances, beyond limitations? Let us know in the comments. And if this story touched your heart, Share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any story like this one. Here, every video is proof that true love always wins. See you in the next story.